guys, this is Sarah. I just wanted to hop on here today and share a couple of thoughts with you from the Word. I don't know how you guys are doing during this crazy quarantine time, but I'm not doing so hot. I feel like my personality is such that my plans are really important, I feel like, and my schedule is really important. And when I have plans or expect my day or my week or my month to go a certain way, I hate to deviate from the plan. I hate feeling like things have been taken away from me, and I can't imagine how you guys are feeling right now, especially if you're like a senior in high school. These last couple months of your high school year, I just can't imagine feeling that and feeling like everything has been taken away from you. If you don't hear anything else from this video, just hear this. Even if your plans fail, even if it feels like everything around you is changing and is being taken away, even if your plans fail, your relationship with Jesus won't. We can take that to the bank. Even if our plans fail, our relationship with Jesus, it won't. He never changes, he never leaves, and your relationship with Jesus is the one thing that cannot be taken away from you, ever. And so I just wanted to read this story to you from Scripture where Jesus talks about this, and it's a pretty familiar story. It's about two sisters, one named Mary, one named Martha, and you've probably heard this story before. It's a really familiar one. It's one that I have a love-hate relationship with, to say the least. But this story is in Luke chapter 10, and I'm just going to read this with you guys. And you can read along in Luke 10 if you have a Bible at home or on your phone, Bible app, whatever. It says this: "So now it happened as they went that he, Jesus, entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister named Mary, who also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was distracted with much serving. And so she approached Jesus and said, 'Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her to help me.'" And I love this story because I see so much of me in Martha. And so Jesus is coming through town, and he ends up coming to Martha and Mary's house, and he probably has a lot of people traveling with him, and this is kind of a big deal. Martha wants to get her house ready. She wants to make this awesome dinner for a lot of people, and so there's a lot to do. I can only imagine how stressed out she's feeling with all of the weight of Jesus coming to her house. And so she's trying to make everything perfect, and she's running around getting everything ready. And Mary, her sister, is sitting at Jesus' feet. He's teaching, and she's just sitting at his feet, listening to him and taking in everything that he has to say, just sitting at his feet. And so Martha's upset because she's not helping. And so Martha goes to Jesus and he says, "Do you not care that my sister is sitting there not doing anything?" If any of you guys have siblings at home, little siblings, you know how this is, right? You know, you've felt what it's like to be doing all of the chores and have no one helping you. At least I know what it's like. So anyway, Martha's like, "Tell my sister to help me. She's just sitting there listening to you." And Jesus answers her in verse 41, and he says this: "And Jesus answered and said to her, 'Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but only one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that one thing, which will not be taken away from her.'" And so Jesus is saying, actually, Mary has chosen the thing that's right. The thing that matters above anything else is sitting at the feet of Jesus and learning from him and listening to him and leaning on him and growing your relationship with him. The one thing that cannot be taken away from you is your relationship with Jesus. Even if everything around you feels like it's changing, it's being taken from you, Jesus says Mary has chosen the one thing, this one good thing, and it will not ever be taken away from her. In the book of James, in chapter 4, he talks about this. He talks about how, the reality is, even if it's a hard reality, everything in our lives is temporary. Our house, the people around us, the relationships that we have, our family, our friends, our money, our possessions, all of those things are temporary things, and all of those things can be taken away from us in a moment. And so I know that right now it probably feels like that maybe everything is being taken away from you, everything is being canceled, postponed, or whatever. But there's one thing that cannot ever be taken away from you. That one thing is your relationship with Jesus. So thank you guys for listening to our devotion for today. Hope that it encourages you, and I hope that you find time to spend with Jesus through these next couple crazy weeks. Take time to slow down and choose to invest in this relationship, this one thing that can never be taken away from you, Jesus.